We've experimented more with this record, I think. We decided to develop long instrumental tracks on this album, rather than the normal sort of 3-minute songs.
Vince was adamant that the 3 minutes worth of song that we had within the music was kept and stuck to, and I think it was a good regime to have that, because if you start wandering off too far, you lose the song. So making sure we had those bits, we could do other things in between.
Once we got the sort of basic music for the song part of the song, then we just left huge gaps in between, like, say, you know, for the mid-late sections or for the end or for the introductions.
Or middle 164.
Yeah, or whatever. I mean, on the record they cut down a lot, you know, a lot of there were even longer spaces. Then we edited it till it sounded good all the way through.
There's another album's worth with all the edits. I think the idea of having one person to produce is a bit of a monumental task for them, especially with all the hours. We thought it'd be best to divide it in two and have one person for the music and one for the vocals.
Well, Andy has worked with Gareth Jones before on the Wild album, so you know, they know each other well, so they know how each other work. And I chose to work with a guy called Thomas Fellman and make record after record. It's always a temptation to kind of use the sounds that you know work. And working with Thomas was good because he's worked on a lot of ambient sort of stuff. You know, he's worked with the Orb, a lot of tracks that are more than 3 minutes long. And I was really worried when we came up with the idea of making the tracks longer that I would get bored after 3 minutes, you know, or not really know where to put the parts, or, you know, where the track starts losing interest, and he was really good at that. I mean, we never have a sort of concept, particularly for the album, for any album, you know, we just write the songs. And this time we wrote more than we needed, which is the first for us, and then, you know, so we could ditch a couple that we didn't like, which was good. I mean, when we write like 3-minute songs, it's not like we write them to be 3 minutes, it's just the way they turn out. That's what comes to us naturally. We just thought we'd stretch them a bit more and make them more kind of cinematic, more.
One of the ideas as well was to not rely so much on remixes and their extended versions, so we thought we'd make our own extended versions before anybody else. It doesn't mean that we're going to turn into an ambient band or anything. And I think with Erasure, we always do the opposite to what people expect of us.
Well, we weren't aiming to make it different from the other records. You know, there's really no game plan. It's the way things turn out.
I think it's funny when people say, "Oh yeah, it's really good. It doesn't sound like Erasure."
I recorded at home this time, and Andy did the singing this time in London.
We both take so long at doing each part that there's not possibly enough time for both of us to be in the studio at once. And I wanted to get the feeling that I was singing in my front room, because I think that's kind of the most honest time when I sing. And so we set it up in a small room, just with some mics, and tried to make myself feel as comfortable as possible. When we write the songs, which is on guitar or piano, we have the melodies already sorted, and I always write some rough words, and it's very difficult to escape those words sometimes. And then when the music comes back, it can sound like another song because of the interpretation. And that's really inspiring for the words.
I mean, I don't think it's a problem having words that are in a different mood to the music at all. I think that's quite interesting.
If we were to tour, it would be a good idea just to tour only this album and nothing else. And whether that's enough of a material and inspiration for us, I don't know. So maybe we'll have to wait till we do some more recording. It usually takes a year for us to get a production together for touring, or half a year, you know. And by the time the album comes out, it's going to be too late. we decided that it might be too boring just having one voice on there, apart from it being lots of work, and with the tracks being so long, it is tiresome hearing the same voice all the way through. And we thought we'd just choose some voices for colours, because you do get sick of your own voice. I went and saw Mama I Want to Sing and really enjoyed the choir, and we thought it'd be nice to use a gospel choir on a couple of the tracks. On Grace, we used a friend of ours, Ruby James. And on Rock Me Gently and Angel, we needed something very individual, and so we asked Diamanda Gallas if she'd like to do it. Well, Diamanda was left entirely on her own. She recorded the vocals in New York, and Gareth and I were there with Ruby, and we said to her, just ad-lib, and she was very happy to do that, because usually when you're doing sessions, you have to be very rigid. I think the best bit is actually managing to get it finished, and afterwards your friends hearing it, people that are very close to Erasure, and it seems to be the only time when I see my family is when we've done a new record.
I'm going to get my mum a copy and stuff. She says it's very nice, usually. She said it doesn't sound like us, so, which means it sounds different.
I'm Mario Cavalli, and I'm the director of this video. The song is a love song. It's not a very unspecific love song. It's about loyalty and relationships, like most love songs. And so Ash and I came up with this idea of illustrating this in all its myriad forms by having lots of different characters in different apartments within the same apartment block. The main set that we've used, which is painted blue, will appear in the final video as lots of different places and different colour schemes.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I did all the Erasure artwork for the single and album and stuff, and now we're on the set for the film. This is meant to look like the artwork, and I think it does. I mean, it'll obviously be a bit different. It's quite different actually painting the set to look like artwork, because obviously your brush size is sort of huge as opposed to little widgy little things. And again, it gets little widgy things later on in post-production when you're painting more with light. And my role there is basically to choose colours, and it'll look like a duotone photograph, which is an old-fashioned sort of photograph look.
I think it's good to, to change things around. I played my mum some tracks and she said, "Oh, I didn't know it was you." And she always knows it's me, so that's quite good.
I think it's good for people to realise how sensuous and sexual Erasure are.